Hey everybody, BTFTMC 1984 here again, and today I'm going to do a special little look at a couple of Star Wars figures I've recently picked up. Now these are the original figures. These are not reproductions of any sort that I can tell, and having shown some other people, they can verify that these are originals because they had them next to mine. I was able to compare them. So I do know that the original. It's a 1977 Stormtrooper, or later would be known as Imperial Trooper, and of course, good old Boba Fett from 1979. First, take a look at Stormtrooper. Now, when I got him at a local used entertainment store, he was $4. He was missing the blaster, but thankfully, that same guy that I compared these two to make sure they were the real deal had an extra weapon or blasters and was able to hook me up. I did look it up. This is the correct blaster for the Stormtrooper. The design wise with all the features, because I didn't know what kind of range these things were. There's a lot of variations to each weapon, to each character, but it does match it. Arms are pretty good stiff. So that means he was not really played with. Legs are real stiff, so he is almost kind of, as a Hot Wheel collector would say, would be blister fresh to a degree. He does have a little bit of scuffing on his left thumb right there, and a little bit on the right hand. But overall, that is, that's very acceptable for a figure of this age, for being from 1977. Really nice. On the back, does have the correct copyright placements and dates. A little bit dirty, but thinking about cleaning them up, but then again, I'm leaving him as is because I don't want to decrease any value to him. I'm going to be contacting a grading company that grades the Star Wars figures and ask them whether or not I should do any type of cleanup that would maybe affect anything. There's a couple of scuffs on the helmet, which I don't want to really ruin, because that could be error paint on it or just a plain scuff. I really can't tell. I don't want to ruin something that would either decrease or increase the value, because I know if you clean up things, they do decrease value if you're not careful. But yeah, that is the Stormtrooper, and he does have the pinking or browning of the arms and legs because of the plastic make. The plastic that he used for the arms and legs is different from the body, head and torso section. This is all two separate pieces of plastic, but the harder plastic. This one's a little bit softer for a rubbery feel. Well, not rubber feel, but a softer plastic because of moving them around. And when you put the blaster on, you didn't want to have a harder plastic, which could have broken pieces off. So that is the 77 Stormtrooper, and here is the 79 Boba Fett. This was about like a week later after I picked up the Stormtrooper. They had this guy sitting on a plain shelf. They hadn't priced him yet, and when I asked how much he was, the guy behind the counter apparently hadn't, or didn't care, didn't know too much about the Star Wars figures, and only charged me $1 for this guy. For a 79 Boba Fett, for $1 is a steal and a half. Seen him go for a lot more in as same or not worser condition as him. So he's got a little bit of scuffing on the left breast. Right shoulder pad is a little bit scuffed. He does have the original blaster for the character. Everything, paint apps other than the scuffing are in excellent shape. He's got nice stiff joints in the arms and legs, which is really nice. Legs could go a little bit further out. He's been played with a little bit, which is kind of nice. But other than that, he is in really good condition. Someone took care of this guy. Head stiff, which I'm not going to play too much around because I don't want to damage any of the extra flashing, which helps with his value, which is something really nice to have in my collection. This is the non-firing Boba Fett, of course. He was first a mail away after the Droids cartoon, and I think after the Christmas special. If you bought a certain amount of the older cards back in the day, you could send away for Boba Fett. He was supposed to fire launch a rocket, but they couldn't quite finalize the design, and for safety concerns, so they basically glued the missile in, gutted it, and then when they remolded them, put something in the barrier to keep it from being molded for the launcher. But there are two different prototype versions out, and the counterfeits have made the rocket fire. And there's an L shape, which this follows that whole line, and it goes back, and there's a J, which has a little bit extra hooking to keep it from launching until the person is ready. But other than that, I mean, he is in nice condition. Like I said, $1 for this guy. I've seen, like I said, him go for a lot more in the same condition, or if not, worse. He's usually in real bad condition. He's only maybe a $5 or $6 figure, and in an almost near mint condition, he is, he should have been worth a lot more if the person had really paid attention to it. So yeah, that is a quick look at my Star Wars figures. I know I've mentioned to other people like Love It Out Fuzzball 70 and Star Wars Nut 77, who also do Star Wars figures from vintage and new. Real good videos if you want to take a look. I'll leave their links in my description below. So I hope everybody has a nice day. Take care. Bye bye.